Good evening, Soldier Boy here, and welcome back to The Witcher Wild Hunt for our Let's Playthrough. I always want to keep saying a live stream number, but actually, we don't do that with this. So we're back this evening for 2 hours as we continue our relaxed playthrough of The Witcher. What did we do yesterday? Well, if you missed last night's stream, we finished off a few more missions in Skellige, in Novigrad. I've got Skellige on the brain. There's a reason for that. I'll explain that in a second. So we are heading to Skellige this evening. We've got one Witcher contract to do, and then we should be heading to Skellige. But yes, we finished off missions in Novigrad. We found out who attacked Priscilla and killed the other people and why they did it. And it turned into a bit of a fight against a higher vampire in the end, which was a fight and a half, to say the least. But we managed to persevere, which was the important thing. And then this evening, like I say, we're off to Skellige. As soon as we do this one Witcher contract, we will be off. I'm looking forward to it. It's a new area to explore. We haven't fully explored this area, to be honest. There's still stuff to see and do where we are. But main story dictates we should be moving on. So that is what the plan is for this evening. Just want to check the sound. Sure. So let's get into it. No messing around. One Witcher contract, and then we are good to head to Skellige.
But finding me proved no simple task. For having fallen afoul of Novigrad's underworld bosses, I'd disappeared. Yet Geralt soon discovered my whereabouts, a cell in the dungeon of the Temple Guard. With the help of our friends, Geralt managed to free me. Good thing, too.
Thanks for the like, but much appreciated.
What happened to Sirens. Sadly, she was no longer in Novigrad. Pursued by bandits, then cornered by the Temple Guard, she had disappeared in a flash of light and a gust of heat. Where to? This I did not know.
The vote is still ongoing, by the way, for those that aren't aware of about episodic content. We currently have 3 different games on the go. One of them, I believe, is coming to an end very soon. So there's a vote where we cut that down to 2 and increase the amount of episodes every week. I kind of want... Currently I'm recording, editing 3 different games throughout the week, keeping up. So there's 2 episodes a week going forward, which is fine, and it's manageable. But I also want the opportunity to be able to record other things. One-offs, game trials, which we voted about previously, and things like that. I just don't have the time with that many games on the go. So yeah, that's kind of the reasoning. I'm happy to stay with 3, but it just limits what else I can do, if that makes sense. Crazy Irishman, good evening, how are you? Do you like your new colour? But yeah, that's why we're voting for it. Also, I wanted to gauge who's picking the next episodic game, was also the other reason I wanted to do it, to be fair. I did just announce on Discord as well, we have preloaded. Good evening, Vorney, how are you? We have preloaded Jedi Survivor for Friday morning start. 150 gigabyte. It is ridiculous, 150 gigabyte. That's double the size of Jedi Fallen Order. It's just incredible. It really is. But it is on. I've had to move other games off and make space and all that good stuff. But there we go. It's ready for Friday. That's the important thing. You deserve it, Crazy Irishman. You're here so much. I thought it was time I should show my appreciation. Zeno, good evening. How are you? Okay, this is the one mission we need to do before we head to the Isles of Skellige. We need to find an elusive thief. This is a Witcher contract, so there's going to be something evil we need to deal with come the end of it, at the very least. But a Novigrad merchant by the name of Sylvester Emilio hung a notice on the Novigrad board asking for help in tracking down a thieving imp. I don't think we've met an imp yet. It seemed the merchant's guild was being pestered by a mysterious creature who kept stealing wares from its members' stalls. Geralt accepted the job, so we need to head to the marketplace and speak to Sylvester Emilio. And then from there, we're after this is done, we're heading to Skellige. I'm excited. We've been waiting to go to Skellige for a while. We've kind of been ready, but we've been wanting to finish off the mission around our level before we head off. So I'm kind of excited. If you did miss yesterday's stream, we have changed some of our gear as well. We have a new top. We actually changed all our armour in one hit. We went and bought armor was in a location where it would be good to do so. So we've upgraded all our armor to a better resistance. I'm not a fan of heavy armor. Medium is the most I want to go because the heavier it is, the less stamina you have, the harder it is. We are trying to use our ranged weapon, our crossbow, more. We'll see how that goes. And we have got a new silver sword as well. We did pick up from the last mission last night a new silver sword that says it's better than ours, which it kind of is. But we lose a lot of bonuses. So it does 8 more damage, but it loses a lot of bonuses. So I'm kind of in two minds to keep. I think we'll keep as we are, just because the bonuses make a massive difference. But we still have our steel weapon, which is our Wild Hunt Warrior Axe. We should hopefully be picking up a decent weapon soon. Hopefully in some loot. Okay, let's go and speak to the guy. The maces in our inventory we picked up after a fight. Quite near the end of yesterday's stream. So we'll sell them at some point. We've got a decent amount of money on us as well, so we're doing okay. As I say, with the amount of missions still to do, but we're under-leveled. So we will be back in Valhalla and Novigrad and places like that. And even on the map, there's places we've still not been in Novigrad. Mainly because there's been no reason to head there, more than anything else. Right, this is Sylvester. Let's see what you can tell us about the imp.
Greetings, Master.
Master, eh? I like that.
Hear about the contract.
We will try and get some more money out of him.
Really got an imp problem?
I missed out a chance just over the
the
Witcher contract to get more money.
You
I pressed the
ought
button
not
too quickly and
jest,
didn't have a
Master
chance.
Witcher. I know the creatures are only to exist in fairy tales, yet I saw one with my own eyes as it stole from my stall.
Okay, what's it look like?
All right. So what's this imp look like?
And don't say an
A
imp.
mean fat cat, but a very large one. This tall, see? And it walked upon its hind paws.
What did it steal?
What did it swipe from you?
Once it was bred,
People being
and
asked
then a
to
fish,
leave
then
or...
apples. Might not
Generally, it
seem
doesn't
much,
happen, Crazy
but
Iceman. I always give
together
people a
the
chance.
business suffers, and I'm hardly
Yeah, we
alone
generally
in
don't
being
get it.
pestered.
The
It
biggest thing
nicked
is
something
spam,
from
but
every
again, we don't get it very
stand
often. We used to have it, a massive issue with spam.
Will you teach
And now we
it a
barely
lesson
get it.
with
But
your
yeah,
silver
generally, unless I've asked them to leave, I wouldn't ask them to leave, if that makes sense. I don't mind questions, even if they are quite simplistic or quite personal to a degree. I'm always quite happy to say, look, I'm not answering that. But yeah, generally, we don't really have an issue. Okay, let's find out how much he's willing to pay and see if we can get a bit more money out of him.
My while and I will. Demand for witches is high, supplies low. I pick and choose my contracts these days.
We do. They have just announced as well, for any of you that watch The Witcher on Netflix, the new series, end of June is for the first part of the new series, and end of July for the second part of the new series. It was announced today. We can't move this too much. Maximum of 331. A basic of 343. He's not annoyed, so we can chance it, but I don't think we're going to get that high. We'll go 300. And just see if... He's a lowly merchant. I'm guessing he's not going to be able to give us much more. Bonus rate of 57.
Fine negotiation on your part, Master.
Oh, really? Oh, wow.
So be it. We'll call it agreed.
He accepted it first time. I wasn't expecting
Relax. I'll
that. I
help
thought
you.
it'd have to come down a little
Small
bit.
businesses are the foundation of a healthy economy, and so on and so on.
This
Thank
is
you,
awful.
Master Witcher.
They must ban me.
I don't know if this will be of use, but most
Thanks,
recently,
Dean. I appreciate
the
that.
thief leapt over that wall and ran into a passageway. It was the last I
Yeah,
saw
we
of
had
him
we had
and
someone
a few
new
of
in
my
chat
wares.
yesterday evening or yesterday morning. I can't remember which one. And he was fine. And he asked one weird question, and I said straight away, "Look, that's your one chance." And after that, he was fine again. So I don't know.
Eternal fire, protect King Radivit.
Okay, we hate the Eternal Fire after what happened yesterday. We know the Eternal Fire were at fault for what happened to Priscilla.
Merchant was right. Actually does look like a giant cat.
Does look like a giant cat, which is a bit of a worry. What is that noise? Thing is, when you're using your Witcher senses, you can hear things at a greater distance. So we're hearing noises that aren't necessarily near us, but they sound next to us.
In short, who kisses your ass today will bite it tomorrow.
Okay, so they're the footprints. We know it jumped over here. I think we've got to go round and have a look, really, don't we? I don't think there's anything else to look at here. People coughing or throwing up doesn't help. Out my way. Out my way. Okay, so it came up here, and there's its footprints here again.
Come now, ain't nothing.
Now, where else are they? Hang on, what's that in the water? It could just be a footprint, actually. I don't think. I can ignite the lamp, but that doesn't help us. Okay, footprints are this way. Let's follow the prints and see what this imp looks like. I'm doubting it's an imp.
What you got there?
To be fair.
Come to sell them at market.
Okay. Got something there. What's
Looks
that?
like the imp dropped some loot. Another track.
Stated that he was being too. He asked what way I think the question was something along the lines of what way do I fold my toilet paper when I go to the toilet, was the question. And before that, every question was absolutely fine. And that question was like, okay, are you trolling, or, you know, what's your motive here? And I just said, look, that's one and only warning. And then he went back to asking normal questions again. So I don't know whether he was testing the water or what. Okay, I think it climbed up. You can see there's scratch marks there.
Sorted for at least 2 days. Just got to adjust the good position where they tossed the leftovers.
So, by the looks of this, there's claw marks there where it climbed. And it climbed up.
Help
I know, straight along.
I'm sick.
Did the beggar see anything? Okay, no. So where did it go from there? Right up there. We can see the prints. So I'm just trying to. I know they're taking the mickey out of us. Just trying to see if I can see where it went there. There are some prints there. Oh, here as well. Wow. Okay. And here.
Drop down into the moat. Trail ends here.
Okay, drop down into the moat. So let's run down and see if we can get closer to the edge of the moat then, I think. That's definitely random. Yeah, it was very random. As I say, I'm quite open and honest. You know, if I don't want to answer it, I just won't answer it. And I'd say I'm not answering that. But 9 times out of 10, I'm not worried about what I'm answering. But yeah, it just was a bit weird. Right, footprints. I can't see this. Hang on. So the footprints was a cat type animal, and they've changed to human.
Paw prints end here. Boot prints start there. Could it be the puss in boots?
Could it be the puss in boots? Just didn't want to get the boots wet.
Door's wide open. Interesting.
Okay. We can steal loads of stuff from here, but unless we kill the person who's doing it, I'm not going to steal. We won't steal, obviously. We never do. Something on the table that's red, which means we need to investigate.
A letter? Well. Our imps at least
Didn't think it was an imp.
If not outright educated.
Let's see what the letter says. Jan, please cut out this nonsense once. This might come to you as a surprise, but a giant cat will tend to stick in people's memory. Why don't you pick some other safer form like I did? Okay. I've been walking around as a beggar for 3 years now, and no one's batted an eye. And such earnings. You wouldn't need to steal anymore. How'll it be? If you decide on it, I'll put a word in for you with the King of Beggars. So our next writing, Louis. P.S. Burn this letter once you've read it. P.P.S. Yes, I know. I'm paranoid. If you find this letter next time I see you, you owe me a beer. Okay, so.
A Doppler.
It's a Doppler.
Explains a lot. And complicates matters. Need a good lead to track him down.
Yeah, Dopplers aren't simple to find because they can change their image to anyone and anything. So we need to find something that we can potentially could use. We need to smell.
Blouse, a man's shirt, a child's shoes.
You did your first ever live stream on a good mate's channel the other day. So nervous, we had a good laugh. I'm glad you had a good laugh. Nerves are normal though. So I wouldn't worry about the nerves. But I'm glad you had a good laugh, that's the main thing. If it's not enjoyable, you know, there's no point doing it, is there? So I'm glad you had a good one. What was the channel doing? Was you just having an interview or chat, or what was it?
When did you last touch
Yeah,
a wench?
follow the perfume.
No one asks me most about Novigrad.
Oh, tired for some reason.
Not to go back. Steers choice.
Oh look, it's the temple guard.
We go hungry.
Rare sight. An elf and a guard of the eternal fire having a friendly chat.
friendly? Nothing further from the truth. This racist here has demanded to search me, for no reason at all.
You's a non-human, I need no other reason. Lucky I didn't find anything on you. Now piss off to the woods, go play your flute.
They're trying to pretend they don't know each other.
Nice scent. And here I thought temple guards were unkempt boors.
You dare insult an officer on duty? Let me give you some advice.
Don't push it.
Look who's talking. I know you're a Doppler and a kleptomaniac.
Merchants put out a contract on me.
And now he's running. And now he's running.
Same old shit.
Okay.
Hey,
We've got to give chase. We got him.
Really
He didn't get very far, to be fair.
Do you?
He's just copied us, hasn't he?
Damn, I look old.
Oh, we got to defeat him.
What? Lost your nerve?
What? He can copy our powers. I did not know the Doppler could copy our powers.
Please, stop. I surrender.
Thank God for that. I would not want to fight me.
Make you fight like
It was me and a couple of good friends we made for YouTube. We're an indie card game creator. Oh, okay, cool. Well, that's good though. That sounds quite good fun. Donning your skin's enough to know what kind of man you are, what you feel. I didn't realise... So I always assumed Dopplers could take any form. I didn't know they felt that kind... I didn't know they could take our powers for a start. That's different. We're not going to kill him. We don't kill nice people. We've got to attempt to leave Novigrad like we did with the other one. And that way the job is done.
I don't kill him, true. But then not everybody applies my rules, and not everyone's got my conscience. So start stealing somewhere else. Far from Novigrad, preferably. Golden age of Dopplers ended here a while ago.
I know. But I thought they'd not catch me. I thought myself too smart.
You thought yourself too smart. Why were you a giant cat then?
Might have learned this lesson the hard way.
You could have been a street kid and you probably would have got away with it.
But first, take this as a token of my gratitude.
If you're not going to get caught and you want to be smart, you don't be something that everyone's going to go, hang on, that sticks in my mind, don't do you? You pick something that isn't obvious, isn't going to be remembered. He's actually given us 215 crowns for it. And he's given us a diagram as well, oh nice. So we're going to get paid by the guy who put out the contract. Oh, out my way. Come on, dwarf, try and get past.
Some people.
Yeah, we get the money from the merchant who put out the contract, plus we get the 215 from the Doppler himself as well. That's a big bonus, to be fair. This has been quite a quick mission, actually. I thought it would be a bit longer, because normally we'd have to have a big old fight, and, you know, depending what we're going against, higher vampire, something like that, werewolf, they're difficult fights. But actually, the Doppler gave up pretty quickly. So we're going to be off to Skellige very quickly. And an honour to be on the show, especially because the channel is so small in comparison. I think the important thing is just the friendship, isn't it? That's the thing. It doesn't matter how big or small your channel is. You know, everyone's there to help each other, aren't they, and support each other as much as possible. That's the important thing.
Problem solved. Convinced the imp to go back to the countryside to tangle horse manes and piss in milk, as tradition ordains.
And how would I know you speak the truth? No trophy, no reward.
There better be one. Or you'll feel the invisible hand of the market smack you so hard you won't be able to sit down for a week.
That's the only thing we didn't get a trophy for doing the job.
I'll give you half the agreed sum, no more. And I'll not do business with you again.
That's the downside if we don't kill them. The Doppler effect trophy achieved. Okay. We're not trophy hunting in this series. So the trophies don't matter, but when they show up I will still say that we've achieved them. So that is the job done. So we'll double check quests, but I'm pretty sure that's everything done now, and we can head to Skellige. So main quest story is taken us to Skellige anyway. Secondary quests, we want to do anything under our level, but there are a few things we've not done for a reason. So the soldier statuette we cannot do because we have Triss and the mages escape Novigrad, so we've got to wait until we see Triss again. This one we got recently. I mean, no rush to do that. I don't think it's a big deal. What else have we got? Black Pearl, again, that's actually in Skellige as well. Following the thread is Pharaoh, which is Skellige. Witcher contracts, they're all above our level, bar this one. This is back in Velen, but we've only just leveled up to 20, so I'm not overly worried. And the Swamp Thing, we just need to go and collect some money, so that can wait. We've kind of given plenty of time. So we're off to Skellige, a brand new area on the map that we've not been to. We can see the map in advance, to be honest. There's 3 different boats we can use to head to Skellige. So this is Novigrad, Velen is where we started, and the Skellige Isles. I call it Skellige, I don't know if it is pronounced like that. This is the region map. This is a brand new region we're heading to next. Lots of little islands. There'll be a little bit more time on boats, I think, and exploring little islands. Yeah, and more contracts. We will head back to Novigrad in the future. As you can see, there are still missions and things to do there. We haven't been to where the witches are trained either yet, Cal Moorhen. We should be heading there at some point in the future. There's still lots to do. Although it seems like we've spent a lot of time, there's still so much more to do, plus DLCs as well. So, yeah, we've got a long way to go. And that's another reason why I appreciate if you're ever giving some music a listen. I'm happy to give it a listen. I've told you before, personally, I'm not a music fan. I never have been. But I'm always willing to listen to something, and if I enjoy it, then I enjoy it. Brilliant. That's the thing. I did do an FS19 storyline, I did, yeah. And GT Sports. I wasn't even trying. That sounds really bad when you say it like that, doesn't it? But yeah. My intention was never to get monetized. My intention was to stay sane after the accident and not do myself in through boredom more than anything else. But it's, you know, what we've gone through as a channel in the last 2 and a bit years is down to you guys. If it wasn't for you guys coming out, supporting, saying hello, keeping me sane, essentially, we wouldn't have done what we've done. And I think, you know, I always want to pay that forward where possible. Hence why we're doing the channel showcase and different things like that. I just want to, you know, give back where I can. I can't do much, but if I can do a little bit, that's the main important thing. You know, I've always tried and give people advice when they ask for it as well. If I notice something, someone's done a short and it's not in the right format, so it's not short, I'm quite happy to say, look, you need to change that. But yeah, I think with anything, it's all about sticking together, helping each other where possible. And just, you know, the biggest thing that's meant the most to me in the last 2 and a bit years is any person just stopping by and saying, hello, how are you? You know, that's meant more to me than subscribers, likes, and views. That's the thing. That's the weird thing. And I still find it weird now. I had a mate of mine the other day, his daughter, he was talking to his daughter about me, and he was saying how he knows me, and she's watched some of the content. And she was amazed that he knows this YouTuber. And I'm like, I'm not a YouTuber. I would never ever call myself that. But she was just amazed that he knew me. But that, to me, that's just so alien. You know, I do this because it keeps me sane. And in a lot of ways, it's saved me from myself for the past 2 years. That's the important thing. Oh, I was going to look. We just did pick up a diagram for a weapon, actually. I forgot to look at that. He gave us the Doppler we just helped gave us a diagram for a weapon. Oh, it's here. Level 42. Novigrad. We can craft it now, but there's no point, considering it's level 42 before we can use it. Master Blacksmith is required, though, as well. It's a heavy sword. Okay, let's find a boat. We're off to Skellige. That's the plan. What do you mean? The reason I started the channel was because what happened last year. Yeah, it's incredible how something Saying to freeze gadget you found in I thought you would never find it. So, good evening, Al. How are you? I didn't think I was going to find it either. I don't think I would have ever found it naturally. If you hadn't mentioned it, I don't think I would have seen it because it's so small. That's the thing. But yeah, so in terms of, you know, I think it's the small things help, don't they? That's the incredible thing. Okay.
Who's captain of this ship?
Don't be a pirate.
Looking at her.
Cool.
I, her. That's right. I, a woman.
I've got no issue with a woman being a
Shocking
captain.
as shit, I know.
As long as we get them in one piece.
Need to get to Skellige.
Not on this.
Are you sitting there and you had your chair biting your nails?
The islanders live off plunder in the seas. Not willing to risk that.
Ever
Yeah.
seen there?
Listen, the islanders attack all ships.
It was one of those weird things that I
When they
just
hate
didn't see
someone,
it. And originally, I don't know why I thought you said GCPD to start with.
But
I had to
truth
go
be
back
told,
into
not
comment and go,
much
actually,
more.
no, I'm
Voted
wrong.
me once. Expect they wanted to see if I had captain's bollocks.
I'm really enjoying Arkham Knight, though. I think the twists and turns of the story are incredible. And the way it all weaves. So she won't go to Skellige. Okay, so that's one boat down, two to try. Where are the other two boats? They should be nearby, yeah. One's this one. We'll go across first before heading to the other one. Just because this one's closer. So she won't go to Skellige because she's scared of being attacked. So we're gonna try the second boat. One of them has to be going to Skellige, surely. Can't swim all that way. They can't all be scared, surely. Where's the captain? I think he's up here somewhere.
Not all of us did.
That's a sailor. Are you a captain? There we go, captain. You didn't see either your first time through the game. Oh wow.
What's it to you?
Yeah, it's so small, isn't it? Glad to have met many different people on the channel. If it's something you want to do, then just go for it. That's would always be my advice. Joe Raptor told you how to get it, did he? Ah, okay. Okay, hire the ship. I want to need to go to Skellige. I need to go to Skellige. I don't think we can afford to hire the ship.
Need to get there.
Start swimming. Islanders, the black ones, all attackers in those waters. No one sails the route these days.
Maybe I should try to hire the boat.
Clans are ready to deal. Leave you alone if you do. Someone's done it. Gotta have.
Not likely. Except maybe that daft bastard.
But it's not like I've told you before, Crazy Osman, as well, you know, before we started streaming. That was the last thing I ever thought I'd ever do. I made the odd bit of content, but mainly for fun, and, you know, that was it. That first ever live stream, I had no idea what to expect.
As for Flask, everyone knows him.
And that's the weird thing, is, you know, you can do... Until you do something, you don't know if you're going to like it or not. And when you suddenly... And you enjoy it. And then when you start missing it when you can't do it, that's when you know you've really found something. Right, we're looking for a ship's captain at the Golden Sturgeon. He may be willing to take us to the Skellige Isles. Currently, everyone's too scared to go. I didn't think it'd be that difficult to get to the next place, but obviously it has more of a reputation than I realised. Right, where's the captain? Captain Wolverstone.
You, Wolverstone, captain of the Atropos?
So you want to know if I'm Atropos, captain of the Wolverstone? No fucking clue, mate.
Is he that drunk?
To get to Skellige.
My Atropos and me, we're due to sail for Skellige, carrying grain. But that's hush-hush.
It's not that hush-hush, you just told us.
Got any coin?
1,000? We've got to pay him 1,000 crowns. I don't want to pay 1,000 crowns. Can I not start swimming now? Save myself 1,000 crowns. I don't think I've got a choice. It's either got to get some, or I'll pay you. It looks like we're paying 1,000 crowns to head to Skellige.
Here, that enough?
Hefty sack, like a bull's. When do we sail?
Now.
Not sure you're ready. You can barely stand.
Know this, stranger.
1,000 crowns, waiting on your reaction.
Sail sober. Sea goes one
But
way,
I'm really tight with money when it comes to any kind of game. I hate spending money.
So,
I don't
ready to
like
set
selling
sail?
things generally, other than stuff that is no. And in this, you sell every weapon you don't use because they're pointless, especially the lower weapons. I still keep the weird and wonderful swords and things, but you know, because I don't like spending money. Then when we have to spend 1,000 crowns on a ship, you kind of think, hang on, I've saved this money for ages, and now I've suddenly got to spend it.
Let's go.
First,
Here we go.
to the wind, to good fortune, and to the strength of my Atropos.
I think he's had enough to drink for everyone.
Anchors away.
Okay, we're leaving. I think it's the first time we've been on a proper ship, because we went from No Man's Land and Velen to Novigrad all by horse. So now, this is the first time going to a new area without being en route for it. That's weird. We've got 2 swords there. We've only got 1 sword and an axe. It's because I think you do generally use swords, don't you? And it's just because we've got an axe currently that's better than a sword. You did TikTok. You did do TikTok. You enjoyed it, didn't you? You was really good. You did really well at it as well, Crazy Iceman. Yeah, that's the thing. It's having the time is the biggest thing. I'm lucky that obviously I have the time. But yeah, I still don't think I have enough time. Oh, we got a new diagram. The ship's under attack. And we've been sleeping through most of it. Well, whoever's attacking the ship is not going to be betting on a Witcher being on board, are they? Okay. Pirates. Alright, you're down.
Come on.
Ah, they're hit from behind. Worse when they come from behind, to be fair. That guy's got a shield. He's down. Yeah, I don't think so. Did that little boat, was that the one attacking us, that little boat? I think we're in trouble. You know it's been a bad day when a mast lands on your head. Yeah. It's definitely not going to be a good day when that happens, is it? Remember when your playthroughs of Witcher 3, even after doing lots of high content, always end up skint most of the time. Yeah, but once you get the mastercrafted swords and armour, you generally lose a lot of money. One step at a time, yes. I was going to say, you won't be stealing that from Geralt, there's no way. Yeah, you've got to be careful not to get burnt out, I think that's big. Thank you for the like, it's much appreciated. Good evening, Gaming, how are you? Yeah, we made it to Skellige just now, literally.
Rob every corpse that washes up on shore?
Taken from a corpse ain't theft. I'm a man of the Isles.
You got a strike day tomorrow, do you? Oh, wow.
The waves bring me my harvest.
My little boy's not been affected by it, to be fair.
Were you?
Yeah, thought the captain had a deal
I'm the
with
right
you.
things to edit the content and doing thumbnail of it.
Exactly.
To be fair though, Crazy Irishman, I do all the editing on the PS5 in
Outlander ships aren't welcome
in the Share Factory. Thumbnails I do on Canva.
What do you seek in Skellige,
you can do it quite basically.
Yennefer of Vengerberg. She's supposed to be on Ord Skellige.
There's a Witcher Kertrolda. Croc's guest. Could be the one you're meeting.
That scorn I hear in your voice.
You've good ears. Folks say this witch has got Croc wrapped around her finger. Orders everyone about. Word is she's vicious at it. But a hag's a hag.
Seen her? Know what the sorceress looks like?
It's a whole new area to explore. We've still got more to explore back where we were, to be fair, but at least we're moving on with the story. We've still got to find Ciri.
Those who see her for a wench would gladly push her out to sea.
The biggest thing is going back to Khal Moorhead. Even those who see her push her out to sea, I'm going to slap you.
What's your name?
Steingrim.
Well, Steingrim, I don't like you. In fact, I feel like slapping you.
Go ahead, Drifter. You try. Look for mercy!
We got to teach him a lesson first for what he just said. That's the way you teach him a lesson.
Best finish me now.
No, you know me though, gaming. I generally do it as naturally as possible, so I'm not really aiming on any armor. We'll see what we come across. I'm not a fan of heavy armor, so anything light to medium is generally what I go for.
Expect I'll find it.
Heavy armor's the one thing I stay away from.
Then turn west towards the bay before you come to the bridge.
No worries,
You'll
Dennis.
find the Jarl port side today.
It's your name came up in the lucky draw, so
thanks.
It was just that. It was, you know. When I pulled out, I'm like, how many people are going to say it's rigged? Oh, found an apple. Right, we better quickly look over the wreckage before we leave. You never know what we're going to find. Hardened timber, sapphire, cotton. Oh look, our horse made it with us. Survived the journey. Always good to see Roach. Yeah, so before we leave the area, let's quickly check over everything, see what we can pick up and find. We don't really know what the ship was carrying. He told us it was grain, but I didn't really believe him, to be fair. So we'll just grab everything we can. You never know what it's going to be. Dwarven axe. Have to have a look at that and compare it. Master weapons repair kit. That's pretty good. You didn't miss anything. He's here just in just about every stream, so I thought he deserved it. New sword. I'll have a look at that in a minute as well. Diagram for Antherte. Enhanced Torniel. Decent stuff on this beach. Meteorite silver ingot. Nice. Definitely worth checking around the beach, I think. There may even be stuff in the water, like just here. That's mushrooms. Maybe not. That was mushrooms. It wasn't as good as I thought it was going to be. What we got here? Okay. Alright, what else have we got still to pick up? Another chest here. Can hear noises. We got company. Sirens. I don't think we've met Sirens before. I was trying to get back to the half of the boat over there. I don't know if that affects them. Fire. Let's try the hard side and see if we can knock them out of the sky. Yeah, that's the way to do it. Hard sign, bring them down to earth. First Sirens we met, these ones are. Pick up the loot. Siren vocal cords. The hard sign is definitely the one to use on them. Are you going to come after me? I definitely want to check the remainder of the ship out. I think the tale of the Sirens, weren't they, in Greek mythology, they gave out a song, a tune, and sailors were bewitched by it to the point where they would crash into the rocks and the Sirens were blamed for the ship's crashing. I think that was how it goes. Okay, Sirens dealt with. Or vocal cords. We have to check the ship out, you just don't know what it had on it. Especially some of the good stuff we've picked up already so far. Let me catch up with chat. Next mission is to go back to Cape Moorhead, is it? I'm looking forward to going back and seeing it, to be fair. Even though, yeah, do that at your own. Good evening, Elvis, how are you? No, it was seriously luck, Dennis. I've been picking them out randomly. And that's just, as I've said before, that's the fairest way of doing it. Otherwise, I didn't want anyone to think it's favouritism or I was ignoring their channel. So the easiest way was to do it that way. A few decent things there. What else have we got here? Got to loot everything. You never know when we're going to need it. Right, anything else on the boat? What are we done? A few glyphs we've picked up, to be fair. Nothing else here. We found a monster nest. So that's the actual.
Den. Gotta ruin it for them.
We have. That's a siren den. So this is why the Sirens were here. So we need to destroy this. There we go. We'll have one more to attack. One more will attack us now. Where is it? It's up there. It's a stronger version of a siren. We'll have a look in the bestiary at them as well in a minute. And that's down as well. We'll have a look at the bestiary in a minute as well. Have a proper look at what they're about. Not, I was going to say, better have given us some... Where's the loot from killing it? Don't tell me it fell off the boat. It fell off the boat. I think the loot from killing was just fallen off. We'll have to go and grab that in a second. I did see a chest over here I want to check out. Diagram Velen longsword. Doppler decoction. Mastercrafted racing saddle. Nice. And from here we get a few things as well. Okay, I think that's the ship cleared. We'll jump down. There's a few more chests just over there. There's a few more things here actually. It's definitely been worth checking out all the stuff that's been thrown overboard after the crash, to be honest. We'll have a proper look at stuff in a second. Lots of mushrooms. And some money. Well, I'm hoping we'll find the 1,000 crowns we spent on the beach. I'm hoping 1,000 crowns was washed up. And at least then we wouldn't have paid anything for the ship, but I don't think we've made that much money. Nilfgaardian longsword, manuscript for superior Tornial, cavalry boots, nice. Right, I think that is everything done. Roach is waiting for us. We'll have a quick look at gear before we crack on. But I think we've managed to clear quite a few things there. No spoilers, but Skellige has some awesome story moments. Mostly water map. It's absolutely pain to navigate. I've heard that about Skellige before, to be fair. A lot of people dislike it because of how you have to do so much sailing. But I'm looking, a bit of Black Flag going on in The Witcher. Lax on TikTok has been able to edit videos and doing decent thumbnails. I don't think you can do thumbnails on TikTok, can you? I do put the occasional, whenever we do a short, and I only ever do a short if I take something out of live stream's very rare, but out of a video because it's funny or something, like the Far Cry Primal ones recently. And I'll stick it on TikTok at the same time. And they generally do okay. Always loot, absolutely gaming. Okay, cool. Right, let's see what we picked up, shall we? We picked up a new axe. Level 22 required. Oh, wow, okay. But that would replace our Wild Hunt Warrior axe currently, but we have to be 2 levels more. We can use it. The steel sword we picked up isn't as good as our Wild Hunt Warrior axe, so that is no good to us, but we'll probably go in the box as one of the weird name swords that I like to keep. We picked up a load of these rune stones. I don't use the rune stones, mainly because we end up changing weapons so much. I kind of don't see the point in rune stones. I must have picked up this lantern at some point, but I don't remember when. And the Master's Weapon Repair Kit, that's quite good. Especially for emergencies. The boots, nowhere near as good as the cavalry boots we're currently using, so we'll sell those at the first opportunity. Roach, we did get something for Roach here. Is it any good? Increase of 5 stamina. Mastercrafted racing saddle we picked up rather than his superior racing saddle, so that will give Roach an extra 5 stamina. So we may as well put that on. I probably could sell some of those things, but I don't like selling anything. Okay, did we pick anything else majorly? I don't think we did. Probably more crafting ingredients, if anything. Picked up more runes for armor, but again, I don't see the point in putting glyphs on because we change items too often to really worry about putting them on. It's more endgame, I would have said. You can put something on there and just make it more appealing to people. Oh yeah, no, I know. I don't put a lot of effort into TikTok. Going back to Igni. Got to have Igni back on. I just do it occasionally when we've done a short on YouTube. I'll stick it on TikTok as well generally, but I don't really look at it too much. Right, where are we heading? What are we doing? That's the question. So we're heading north to a town up here. There is a town here as well, and there's a fast travel point there. Strangely, it's built obviously because of where we landed. We are meant to be heading north, so we'll head north because we can always come back there. Anyway, we're heading for Caltrolder. That's where we're heading. Now we have a fast travel point on Skellige as well. We never have to travel by boat to here again. We can now fast travel, which makes life a little bit easier and quicker. Right, I'm not sure what we're going to find in the woods on our journey, so be aware of being jumped by bandits and creatures and the like. But it's a whole new area. It's a lot. I feel it's a lot greener than Novigrad was and Velen. Velen's under siege. Obviously, there's a war going on. This is more countryside, I would say. We signpost well. I should actually give it a save, considering we're actually here, and I keep forgetting to save it. There we go.
Move it.
Okay, there is something ahead. There's an animal of sorts.
Come on now.
Okay. Bandit or normal person? Soldier, I think, by the looks of that. I think there's wolves in the forest I can hear. I like the fact that every time you use your Witcher senses, you can actually hear things at a distance. I do like that. And the water spraying up there. Yeah, wolves in the forest. Oh, got a little camp here.
Adventure seeker.
Something for your dog. Some silver earrings from the continent.
I didn't mean to jump. I'm going to get off. Well, we're here. We may as well stop and speak to the merchant, see what they've got on offer. They may have something decent for sale. They may not. It's always worth a chat to a merchant.
Looking to buy?
What do you have? We've got to sell them boots as well, to be fair. We did gain a load of diagrams as well. That's something to look at some point. Mastercrafted racing saddle, which is the one we've just got. That's the same as the one we've just gained. Saddlebags, ours are better. What are these? Reading this guidebook will unlock certain fast travel points in Skellige. Okay, we've got 1,126 crowns. We can buy a guidebook to Skellige and a guide to Pharaoh, and they give us they'll unlock certain fast travel points in Skellige. That will make travel a lot easier. It's a lot of money we're spending though. That's my only issue. That's a very rare crafting component there as well. That's a lot of money to be spending. I don't know whether we should do it. What do you guys think? Do we think we should buy the guides so we can actually fast travel around quicker? Or just go for the full-on exploring on our own kind of thing? Because it's a lot of money. How much is it in total? 300, 400, 600, 800, 1,000. 1,100 crowns if we wanted all the guidebooks to get around a bit quicker. I kind of think it's not worth the money when we can find them ourselves. And all we got to do is just a small boat. I don't think it's worth the money, to be fair. The Dimeritium ingot is 1,076 crowns for one. Explore on our own. I think you're right. I think it definitely would help. I think it would speed things up if you could fast travel to more locations, but at the same time, there's the fun in that.
Come on.
So we will just carry on our merry way. We can come across most of the fast travel points just by travelling. We'll have to get a small boat, I think, at some point to go to some of the smaller isles. Bandits! I hate bandits. Let's kill the bandits. Bandits are only good for giving us their weapons so I can sell them. And grilled chicken sandwiches. as that guy had on him. And that one. With a grilled chicken sandwich. Twine. Okay, that guy didn't have as good. There is something we can pick up here. Okay, I wanted to pick up the honey, was what I was actually after. Oh, there we go. Honeycomb. You see the bees, so I wanted to pick the honeycomb. Ah, that's a merchant. Travelling merchant who we just saved from the bandits.
Greetings.
What's he got?
Looking to buy?
Yeah, playstyle is to explore massively. We can sell the gear we just nicked off the bandits, to be fair. Let's sell the stuff off the bandits, shall we? So the blunt axe can go. And the small blackjack. Everything else I'm keeping. We have got a better sword, silver sword to use, but I think we've got better bonuses on the other. Is that the same guy we just spoke to? No, it's not, but it's got similar stuff, to be fair. But we sold the weapons the bandits gave us after they attacked us. That's the important thing. Right, where's Roach? Come on, Roach. Stuff to do. Good to see no matter where we go, we still get attacked by bandits, to be fair. We definitely want to get some of that ore, don't we? Because if that's worth so much money, it's a rare crafting ingredient, but the amount of money it's worth having. Right, what do we got here? That's a castle or a fort of some sort. Okay, so that actually leads to this that half of the village by the looks of it. So we can go in that way, I think. We can also go in this way though, so we'll head left. There's 2 ways to head in by the looks of things. There is a notice board here, we'll have to have a look at that for jobs and contracts and things. So, this is Isles of Skellige Trollder Harbour. I'm going to struggle with pronunciation with this, I can see it. Right. I wonder how people here are going to treat us. In Novigrad, you could hear people not criticising, more taking the mickey out of their prejudice because we're mutants as a Witcher. You could hear it quite openly. I wonder if that's the same here. Right, there's someone here with a mission for us. Let's speak to the guy. Let's see what he's got.
Sorry to trouble you, but I really have no choice.
What is it?
What is
we don't have to do it straight away. At least we can have it.
Against the rocky shore during the last storm. I've lost everything.
How am I supposed to help?
I haven't even got the coin for the journey home, and with each day's delay, I draw closer to bankruptcy.
Might have guessed you'd come around to coin. So, need a loan? Or is it just alms you're after?
I shall pay you back every lost copper, I swear it. You need only call on me at my address in Novigrad.
Do I believe him, give him the 150 crowns, and we'll call on him in Novigrad? Or not? Why would you tell me he lived in Novigrad if he wasn't planning to pay it back? I think I'm going to trust him. We're going to pay him the 150, and I hope we get it back with interest when we call on his address in Novigrad.
Fine, I'll help you. I visit Novigrad often enough. Might stop by, see how business is going.
Thank you. You'll find me in the Port District. My name's Johan Bonner.
See you later then.
I'm hoping that was a good decision. The thing is, helping people like that, you don't know the repercussions. If we'd said no, would we have found his body sometime later to die? He's dead on a shoreline somewhere because he couldn't get back and he'd gone to bankruptcy, whereas we've helped him. Maybe we'll get something good from that. It may be he's going to run off with the money and never pay it. But it's always nice to see good actions and have good repercussions from them. What's going on here? That's their leader. He's obviously passed away. Probably not the right time to be arriving by the looks of things.
You need not do this, child.
I know, but I want to.
Thank you for the like, that was much appreciated. Sorry, I don't know Grammarly.
Tis madness.
I do wonder if you might be better off singing on TikTok, Dennis.
Erna should be the one.
Because you get a lot of people singing on TikTok, don't you?
Silence. It is her decision.
Marshmallow Cloud Gaming Channel. I've heard of this Marshmallow, I don't know anything about him. Wasn't he Fortnite, I think, wasn't he? So she is going to be killed with him. It is tradition in places. Not obviously anymore in the modern world, but back then. And look who it is. Recognise the hair? It is Yennefer.
You look beautiful.
Thank you. Nice to see you again.
Haven't seen her for a while since we outran the Wild Hunt.
The eulogy.
King Bran of Clan Tuirsech has embarked on his final voyage. At its end, our glorious ancestors await him. Together they will hunt and raid. They will sit round the fire and praise the deeds of ages past. For now, he lives in our hearts. One day, we too shall stand at his side and face the sea together. That will be a good day.
You can see the big difference between Skellige, the Skellige Isles and Novigrad, can't you? The way people act, the way they walk, the way they look, the way they talk. There's a massive difference.
You knew Bran?
Yes.
I could have said she smelled wonderful, but I better ask the questions. I want to know the answers to.
Skellige is its clans. In times of war, tradition holds the clans unite under the leadership of their king. We've bid Bran farewell. Time to pick his successor who will lead us against the Black Ones. The gates of Caer Troll stand open to all who held Bran of Clan Tuirsech dear. Mead and meat will be plentiful. During the wake, those who believe themselves worthy of the crown will step forth.
Okay. Go to the wake with me. Not in the mood for a wake. Want to run away with you? Spend some time alone. Well, we got to keep business going first. So let's actually go to the wake. We need to learn more about what's going on here. Meet the people a little bit more.
Come to the wake with me.
Gladly. Feasts in Skellige, so predictable. Slobbering drunks, brazen boasting, and the inevitable rows.
I generally don't do anything that is a romantic storyline. Unless, obviously, there's no choice.
You were there. How could I forget? I also remember excruciating.
And if you've watched most of this playthrough so far, you'll know he's got we've got 3 women in his life. One is Ciri, who is the daughter to him. We've got Triss and Yennefer. Reading my mind?
Reading my mind again?
What's more, I like what I see.
So it looks like we're heading to a wake. You're always going to be Yen, are you? I'm happier not making a choice, to be honest.
Did you learn anything in Velen?
Okay, we've got to speak about Velen then.
Velen. Awful place. Somehow Ciri wound up at the castle of the local ruler, A baron, self-proclaimed. This was after she was injured.
Injured? Was it serious?
Don't think so. Must have recovered because this baron sent her on to Novigrad. Think she was looking for you at the time. These witches Ciri came across, she was lucky to escape them.
Witches?
Creatures more like. Can't say exactly what they are, but they're dangerous.
Oh, we never looked at the Sirens. We need to have a look at our
ran into an
bestiary.
old friend of ours in Velen, Kira.
What on earth is Kira Metz doing in that wasteland?
Hiding from witch hunters. Listen, she told me an elven mage had been there looking for Ciri.
Good. You'll need to tell me more when we have some time.
So we've got a bit of information.
Been to Novigrad. Ciri was there, looking for a way to lift some curse. She's not there anymore.
You're certain?
Heard it from Dandelion, with no embellishments.
Do you know any more about this curse?
Not much. Ciri ran into some trouble, never finished what she went there to do. I recovered a phylactery. She was looking for a way to enchant it.
I'll look at it later.
What has she learned then?
About you? What have you learned?
Something strange happened on Isles of Skellige a time ago. A disaster brought about by a burst of magic. Extraordinary, really. Natural anomaly. Never seen anything like
So could that be Ciri's
My
doing?
intuition tells me Ciri was its cause.
As much as I respect your intuition, Yen, we need something specific. Evidence.
I'd know for certain if I was able to inspect the disaster zone. Unfortunately, Ermion and his druids aren't letting anyone near.
So Ermion is the chief
Ermion's head of the
druid.
Skellige Circle? Haven't seen him since...
Since Ciri was a little girl. I doubt he'll do you any favors, not even for old time's sake.
I'm sure we can be pretty persuasive, given the chance.
So why won't Ermion let you inspect the area of the anomaly?
Call it a difference of opinion. A large, loud difference. Look, it's Krach.
White Wolf!
Greetings, Krach.
I shall see you at the wake, and I'll not accept any excuses. I've an important matter to discuss with you.
Okay. Sounds ominous. You've got something to discuss with us.
I shall wear black and white for the feast. I count on you to don something complimentary. Something that doesn't
we're going to
look
go
at
shopping
1,000
again.
points.
Yen, you know I can't stand new doublets. Just too tight till you break them in.
And just like Krach, I'll not accept any excuses. We're not here to enjoy ourselves. We've matters to resolve and should dress appropriately.
Yeah, it sounds like we're going
rented a room
shopping
at the inn.
again.
Took the liberty of laying out some clothes.
Oh, we
for
don't.
you.
She's given us some
You
clothes.
ought to
Perfect.
go. Choose something. In the meantime, I've something to attend to.
Don't like
We'll
going
meet at the
shopping
entrance to
for
the
boss
feast.
clothes. Well, our introduction to Skellige has been interesting to say the least. Fought some sirens, and we're going to a wake. That's the way to start your journey, isn't it? Okay, I want to have a quick look at our bestiary. I meant to do this before we headed off the beach. We want to have a look at the sirens themselves. As I say, I know a little bit about sirens from their history, Greek mythology kind of side of things. If out at sea, if you hear a beautiful woman singing, turn the ship around at once. You'll understand. It means sailing straight back into a storm. So yeah, I think the myths and legends around sirens is they use their voice to lure ships to their demise. I think is the way it is, isn't it? So we can use a grape shot bomb. We don't really use bombs, to be fair. Hybrid oil. I didn't know they were hybrid. The Igni sign would have worked. I didn't think it was having much effect, so we changed. And the Ard sign, which we did use. So the Ard sign and Igni sign would have been good. We fought something else that wasn't... When we destroyed the nest for the sirens, we did fight something else. But I'm not sure. That's not there, though. There's an imp that we met. What was it we fought? Not there, is it? I think it was just a higher version of them, of the siren, maybe. Okay. Couple of mushrooms to pick up. Blood moss. So we need to head to the room that Yennefer has done for us, so we can go and get the outfit we need. New quest, the king is dead, long live the king. That's the mission we're on at the minute. Where do we have to go for that? To the inn then. Right, so the inn's here, which is a stash as well. We'll head to Novigrad on the way there. And then we're off to the wake. Obviously we've not gained any real quests here yet. We'll do that well, we'll do it in a second when we go to the notice board, to be honest. Oh, someone else wants to speak to us here. Bjorg.
Listen, Witcher. Got us some weird diabling. You know, drowners. Real problem. The kind your silver sword could most certainly solve.
What's the problem?
Let me guess. They're tearing your nets, devouring your fish, and attacking the occasional lone boatman or tavern patron who walks home along the shore.
Were that the only harm? Terrors in the bay are meaner than on the continent. They hunt come dusk or dawn. They attack fishermen wielding just oars and warriors alike. Sea tosses them up after. Armor shredded, guts devoured.
Strange. Any witnesses?
Rurik, my apprentice.
I was going to say, not your normal
He was on a boat
fight with drowners, that doesn't sound like.
There's Tove too. Her man was killed. She lives nearby, up a bit. Sorry, none of it comes to mind. Those who see the beasts, meet him, well, they generally don't come back to dry land alive.
I'm not going to try and rob him blind. I think we'll accept whatever he's giving us. No, actually, let's try and get some more. We'll try and get a bit of money out of him.
A bit too modest for my taste.
Well, and obviously, we haven't picked this contract up. We've just happened upon him as we're passing. Let's try 300 and try and get an extra 50 crowns.
That's just a bit high, master.
Oh, fair enough. That's a bit high. We'll go down a little bit. 285.
That's dear.
There we go.
But could be worth it. All right.
Obviously, we don't get paid till the job's done. So that'll be added to our quest log.
Job. Dealt with drowners many times.
I've got a feeling this won't be a simple fight with drowners though, but we won't do it yet. We'll stick to the main story for the minute. We don't normally negotiate contracts. We've started doing it more recently. Mainly because things are becoming a lot more expensive now. So it's definitely worth negotiating when we can. Right, notice board as well. That'll give us new missions. Okay, let's see what that pops up. Undiscovered location now marked up for us. Contract for a woodland spirit. Warriors of Skellige. If there's man of ye brave enough to face the woodland spirit, cruel oppressor of the inhabitants of Farrowland, we'll get a reward that will keep him in mead for a long while. We're not rich, but we've gathered a fair bit of coin between us. Come to Farrowland and ask for Sven. Fist of Fury, so this is the boxing. We've done it in Velen with the Velen champion. We haven't done it in Novigrad yet. Gwent, Skellige style as well, that's a new quest. Always haggle you for it. Always haggle. Yeah, it's something I've never really done, haggling. We've done it the odd time, but not very often. There's a few new quests being added. We'll have a look at levels in a second. But we do want to keep the main story moving for the time being. Let's have a quick look then. What have we just gained? Fist of Fury, level 30. We're a little way away. We've got to win a unique card from Ermion. We're not going for trophies, so I don't mind failing the Gwent missions. We already failed one because of the Baron and the consequences of our actions. We didn't quite manage to win his card. So I don't mind losing those ones. Family Blade, that's a mission for us to do at some point. It's quite a low level one, to be fair. That's new. Plain Innkeepers. Master Armourers. Don't know why that's been updated. But maybe because I've not selected it, maybe. I'm not sure. I think that's everything for Skellige. Witcher contracts. The Moir. I'm going to struggle so much trying to pronounce these. That's the Drowner attacks, anyway. Let's just say that, shall we? And in the heart of the woods is the Woodland Spirit. We're a little bit under level to be taken on just yet. So that's some of the new things. Marker on the map. I'm not sure where that's going to be. Zoom out. I'm not sure where that marker's going to be, to be fair. We could be looking around for ages trying to find it. Okay. We know what we're going to do. We're going to head to the inn, get changed, and then go off to go to the wake. So, let's find the inn. I'm not going to the hairdressers. These guys are boxing. We're staying out of their way because we will be under level. That's locked. Okay. I think I have to go in a different door then. That's locked. For main entrance, probably. There we go. A bit different to Novigrad, isn't it? A great big bear in the corner of the tavern. Novigrad don't have things like that inside their bars.
This has got to be Yen's room. She
Yen's room.
Space and luxury.
Look at this room. This is incredible. And this is all Yen's. Okay, this is what we have to wear. So we've got to put our new clothes on for our meeting. What we'll do is store some of the loot what we're keeping. I've got this thing with swords that have a decent name to them, and we keep them. There's no point selling them. So this sword here, the Morgrim, it is as good as what we've got. It's slightly better, but the sign intensity and the bonus experience isn't as good. So that's why we're not using it. So it will go in our chest. The axe, we're 2 levels away, so there's no point keeping it on us. We'll come back to that when we're high enough level. And this one is 2, doesn't do anything for us, so we'll stick that in the chest as well. We have a choice of outfit for this evening. We do need to sell the doubles of swords we do get. We've got a double here. That's level 15. Obviously, the higher level one will be the better one. That's level 14. So yeah, we do need to sell some of these, but at the minute, we're in no rush to do so. But yeah, at some point we will. They are worth a little bit of money, some of these. We've got a double of this one as well, the Tachir blade. 2 of those. Big difference in level. The only reason we've kept that is because it's a wild hunt sword more than anything else. But yeah, I do like collecting my swords with weird names, to be fair. So I'm listening, I'm reading your conversation you guys are having. Okay. Right, what new clothes are we going to wear? That's the question. Obviously this is going to make us have no armour, that's the thing. I think we'll... Do we want the... I don't want the blue. We'll go for the black. And the trousers... There's not really much difference with the trousers, to be fair. Yeah, I think we'll stick to what we've... there we go. You can't see them really anyway, to be honest. So we've got a nice posh outfit on.
Right. Just not something I'd ever wear. But what don't we do for our... Who exactly is she to me?
That's a good point. Who is she to us? There's actually quite a bit of things we can loot from this room. I don't obviously like looting from friends. I can't take Yennefer's journal. Yennefer's journals has popped up. I can't. We don't steal from friends. Although this we can examine.
A megascope? Guess she never goes anywhere without it. As Philippa Eilhart said, megascopes and toothbrushes. Deeply personal possessions.
On live stream. No, but the reason I'm not joining in, it's not anything that I know much about. Poison source.
Tisaya de Vries, the poison source. Still turns to it for inspiration.
Anything red is worth picking up, I think. So I think we've done looting her room. Right, we're gonna head to the wake. Yeah, it's not something I can join in the conversation with, but it does. I'm learning from it though. That's the thing. Okay, let's. That's what they're thinking. They're talking to us. We need to head to the wake, so we need to figure out how do we get there. We should be able to run along there, I think. We've got to meet at the entrance to the Cow Troop Keep. That is further along, isn't it? Yeah, okay. I think there's a way through here, yes. Little bridge. We obviously could have taken Roach and road up here, possibly. This is where I find we can't go up, isn't it? No, I think we can, actually. Okay, no, it's a dead end. There was me thinking I could get up from here, but I don't think we can. It's a dead end. Okay, that's why I wasn't telling us to go this way then. Lesson learned there. So we head back up, and then we'll probably grab Roach to ride along, I think. But we are treated differently here. We're not. People aren't having to go at us behind their back quite openly. In fact, people are a bit more bemused that we're here. But other than that, they're not offensive as they were in Novigrad. And Velen was quite nasty to Geralt. Here they're a lot more accepting, it seems. Which is still surprising as well, that's the weird thing. Okay, is that the way out? We're here. Yes, we can go up here. We'll call Roach to us in a second once we're up and out. No, it's not the right way, is it? Because there's guards there. No, we've got to go all the way around. Quite tricky to work out which way to go. First time being here. Trying to make sure we head the right way. It's because it doesn't show up on the map that easily because of the deviations in height. You can't always tell that's the right way to go, essentially. Right. Come on, Roach. We got a trip. We got a meeting to go and meet. Meeting? An appointment to go and meet Yennefer. So we should be able to turn left here. And then it's just following this through, I think. Okay. I'm guessing I can ride through. Everyone else does seem to be walking, so we better walk as well, actually, to be fair. Come on, out of my way. Out of my way. But yeah, completely different place this. The way they're talking, the way they're acting. Very different. Okay. Curious as well what the other guy we met wants to talk to us about. It's obviously going to be a mission of a contract of sorts, I'd assume. But what will it be? That's the question.
Got me eye on you.
A long tunnel to go up. I wish I brought Roach with us for this bit, I think. Yeah, I want to bring Roach next time for this bit. It's quite a long way to go. Okay, that's a new marker for the bridge. We can actually fast travel next time. So I don't need to bring Roach, we can just fast travel.
Was a great ruler.
Right, here we are.
Worthy successor.
Hail Trollop
you have someone in mind.
Skellige's troubles very much derive from it not being a hereditary monarchy. Any upstart can be king and destroy his predecessor's legacy.
The King of the Isles is a more symbolic position.
That should change as well. A strong leader who wields true power. That is what the times require.
Introduce me?
This is my friend Geralt, and this is Berna, widow of the dear departed Bran.
The Queen Mother. It's a pleasure to meet you, Geralt.
You can bring a horse up there.
But on a
you thought the same thing the first time. Yeah, it's just because everyone else is on foot. I didn't want to bring a horse.
Lovely outfit. You look dashing.
Thank you.
She did pick it.
Dazzling.
It's probably the cleanest clothes I've had on for a while.
You know, I really missed your candidness. I'm glad we're here together.
Really hate occasions like this.
Don't like funerals. Don't like feasts.
I know. You also dislike underdone meat and being teleported. But sometimes we must overcome our disgusts and prevail.
She just speaks really softly, doesn't she?
We should mingle before they all get drunk. There'll be no talking to anyone then.
Good thinking. I don't know what Krach wants, but when we meet with him, we should have clear minds.
I'm not gonna drink. Why dull my senses when I'm in such pleasant company?
Such a smooth talker, Geralt, isn't he? Such a smooth talker.
What I think.
Right, let's head inside then.
But I prefer me trusty axe.
So we have to meet Krach somewhere in here. So let's find out what he needs from us. Other than that, enjoy the wait, I suppose.
Brad, shakes milk cheese.
Our wagon's full of loot we ripped from the black.
Always Yen.
We've also
No, you're all good, you're all good, don't worry.
Geralt, there's something I've been meaning to ask you.
Hmm?
Your beard. Why did you decide to grow it out?
Don't really know.
Must say it suits you.
Oh, she likes it. That's a compliment back, that. She likes our beard.
Lady Yennefer. Sir.
Greetings, Arnvald. My companion is Geralt of Rivia.
I am honored.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too. Quite a few guests.
Gotta be pleasant. Can't go straight to business. Gotta be pleasant first.
They come to see the claimants to the crown.
We wanted to talk to Krach on Crate.
The Jarl will join us shortly. He's assigned you a place of honor at the table just beside his daughter Sirens.
How has he now? Beside his daughter. Don't tell me he wants us to marry his daughter.
I asked them to. Wanted to meet
They do like a good beard on some men. My other half hates facial hair.
Remember?
With a passion.
That was ages ago. Yalmer and I were children when you last visited Orda. But you should meet your feast mates. Allow me the dubious honour. That's Halbjorn, son of Holger Blackhand. Blue Boy Lugas, Madman Lugas' firstborn. And choking down a stockfish over there is Ottrig on Hindar.
This is our special table, is it? You're Jarl Sunzel. What's your name? Sorry, I forgot. Do we admit we forgot her name? Yeah, we probably should.
Forgive me. I remember our meeting all those years ago, but I don't recall your name.
Ceres on Crate, Krach her da, and her big brother Yalmer called a Sparrowhawk. A Jarl's daughter she is. Fat lot of good it does her.
Ceres is jealous, for the one among us who performs the greatest feat will be crowned king.
We all know the feats are a sideshow. Our fathers will choose who will wear the crown. What do you think they spoke to Krach about?
You talk like that because you're short of strength and skill. Remember when Hjalmar challenged us all to a race up the mount? You didn't stand with us then. As he buried his axe in that stump at the top to mark his victory, you were warming your chicken bones by the fire.
Had my reasons for not participating. But I would have won then, as I'd win now.
So we can all guess what our reasons were, I guess now.
Just noticed Hjalmar's not here.
My brother walks his own paths.
Sounds like she wants to be queen, not king, the other one.
Any of you, Witcher included. If I beat him to the top, venture to
really?
say that'd be a feat, eh?
Some people do struggle to grow it though. When I lived in Germany, I had a full-on beard, just because of the German thing. Went through several razors when I shaved off when I came back to England, to be fair. Okay, race time. I hate races.
Gladly. What are the rules?
Whoever pulls Hjalmar's axe from the stump at the top of the hill wins. Stray off the path and you lose.
I can see me losing this.
To puke from all the boredom. Let's go.
Okay, I can't not do the race. You know, there's no point in backing down. It's the fact we can't deviate from the path.
Here. From this spot, you must reach the top.
Mainly because I'm generally going to get lost.
At the summit, you'll see the stump of an oak. Yalma's axe buried in it. Whoever pulls the axe from the stump first.
Yeah, no, I lived in Germany for a little while.
I'm ready.
I moved there to learn more about food.
You'll start when I sound the horn.
That kind of thing. I thought I was going to be horse riding, but actually no, it's a running race. Honestly thought I was going to be... I've strayed off the path, haven't I? Yeah, I went the wrong way.
Show me what you've got, monster slayer.
I went the complete wrong way there. I thought it was going to be a horse race. It's actually a running race. I wasn't expecting a running race. I was expecting horses. But yeah, it was a cool time. It was nice to live in a different country, learn more about their culture, their food, which is the main reason. I used to be a head chef years ago. So I was there learning. But it was, yeah, it's good times. I think this is the first race I might actually win, and I haven't found it that difficult, bar going wrong on that little bit. I can't. We can't let her win. There's no way I can let her win. I probably should have let her win, but I'm not going to.
By a hair.
No such thing. There's winning and there's losing, and I.
Yeah, it was good. It was good.
We best go back to the week.
The only downside to living in Germany is if you're English, you're second class for them. You know, if you're in a queue, they will jump the queue ahead of you. They know you're English. That was quite weird to get used to.
Lost to a Witcher, Sparrowhawk.
And the language, children when they're moaning and they speak German when they're doing so, it sounds so aggressive. It's like they're kicking off massively, but actually 9 times out of 10 they're not. They're asking for something or something similar, but it sounds like they're kicking off because it's such an aggressive language.
Can't today, for good reason, believe me.
But yeah, I can't speak the language. Even though I live there, I can read it and hear it and understand it, but I can't read. I can't say it.
Indeed, we must talk.
But yeah, it's nice. Nice times.
You shall learn all beyond that door.
Seems a million years ago now, though. Well, we need to speak to Yennefer in private, according to this. But yeah, it's just million years ago now. Right, we've got to go to a private area to speak to Yennefer. I wonder what she wants to talk to us about. I don't know if I should have let the girl win that race. I kind of feel like I'm too competitive. There's no way I could let someone else win. That's the problem.
Allow me to introduce Geralt of Rivia, a Witcher. Geralt, Jarl Donar and Hinder, and Jarl Madman Lugos.
Calling Lugos a madman's an insult to madmen. He's a common goat fucker.
Call me a goat fucker one more time, and I'll
That's the name and
your
half.
head, stick it on a pike, and piss down your neck hole.
Enough! Time to settle this. Here and now.
Oh, ha ha ha! Giving me a true fright right now. Shat my best trousers. Put that away before you cut yourself, you cunt.
Thought Skellige's called a truce for feasts.
I know the hallowed customs, but Lugos ought to know that I'll not let him raid my Hindisfial bear.
You don't scare anyone, Donar. I'll be boys soon to plough your priestesses, drink from your tankard, and shit on your table.
They definitely have a way to talk to each other, don't they?
Candle lit for me.
Emperor would be very pleased to hear you quarrel.
His Imperial Majesty is more than welcome to visit.
Let him sail over here. We ain't afraid of the black ones.
Raiding coastal villages is one thing. Total war with the Empire is another.
Awfully melty, this one. Go stir your cauldron and pierce some boils, witch. Don't talk when you haven't got a fucking clue.
I did say I was a head chef. I was a head chef in London for a little while. Before moving to Germany. Before that, I worked in several restaurants and stuff. And pubs and things like that. Yeah, I've always had a passion for cooking. It's something I've always found relaxing and enjoyable. And also teaching people. Like I taught my stepson how to cook, and I'm teaching my son. And yeah, I've always enjoyed it.
No wench will teach me how to.
You're a massive foodie guy.
That was not my intention.
Yeah, my biggest thing is trying food that you don't normally try. So I'm one of those people, when I go to a restaurant, or when I did used to go to a restaurant, I'd order stuff I wouldn't normally cook. because I find that's the best way of trying new things.
What now?
Now we pay a
But
visit
yeah, I've
to
cooked
Ermien's laboratory.
in some weird and wonderful places too. I've cooked for some
Because we've not
other proper big chefs at times. I've cooked for a few of those as well. But yeah, just many years ago now. Okay.
Take it Ermien won't be there.
That's right.
And what's the purpose of this visit?
We're looking for an object. The Mask of Ouroboros. We'll need it.
Okay, so we're looking for a mask.
Come, Geralt.
So we're going to go to the workshop with Yennefer and find this mask.
Take it you'll decide when.
Correct.
Find cooking to be very relaxing to us. No, it's definitely not weird. I think people get stressed about cooking far too easily. Cooking in general is trial and error. And the general rule of thumb is you can always add but not take away. That's always the big things. But yeah, people get stressed about it. I never understand why. But then I've worked in high pressure kitchens and I've had people trained in culinary school.
Footsteps.
And they struggle under the pressure. You get 20, 30 tickets in and they can't deal with it.
Shh.
So I think it's just down to how you enjoy. You know, if you have a proper passion and enjoy it, you've got to have a very long piece of string at the same time, not to get stressed when the orders are flying in.
Goldfinches warble, and cranes whoop, whereas peacocks screech. Hawks scream, larks trill, and doves, they coo. That's all of them.
Yeah, definitely not weird to enjoy cooking and find it relaxing.
Nightingales.
All right, nightingales croon.
There are some very funny conversations going on. They're just fixing themselves up after hiding. Right, back to the workshop.
That was close.
There's lots of stuff we could probably loot here, but I don't like stealing, so I'm going to leave it all alone.
This'll be tough to open.
Surprises never end. See the ravens?
Hard not to.
Ermien's spies. An indication that we're near his laboratory. I also sense a clear magic aura.
When you asked him how do you know when it's done, he would say, when it's brown it's done, when it's black it's... To this day, he still struggles to make the perfect fried egg. You make a better scrambled. It's weird, isn't it? No matter how many times you do things, there's always something you struggle with. I've always struggled to cook rice. It's only recently I'm actually found a new method for cooking rice that works perfectly every time. When I was a chef, you never really use rice very much. You use risotto rice and stuff like that, but you don't really cook rice to order. It takes too long. And I've always struggled cooking rice. Okay, which way are we going now? I thought I'd be going outside through the window, aren't we? Try and find a different way into the workshop.
Seen uglier sights in my life.
Geralt of Rivia, being romantic.
Oh, I see. So you can do a little magic and get across, and we've got to walk normally. Okay. Looks like we're in. What is this?
Amazing how a hobby can render a man mysterious. Fascinating.
Especially a druid. Must be a real nature.
The animals on show. Look at those bears.
Had one at Kaer Morhen.
Please.
Wolf as well.
Looks alive.
Okay, what else we got here? Type of deer by looks of things.
Loose an arrow if he saw that in the woods.
So I now measure the dry rice out, rinse it in a sieve to make sure you get the starch off it, so until the water runs clear. And then put it in a cold pan on the hob. Make sure most of the water's out, obviously. Put it on the pan, let it warm up and dry out the rice kernels again. Then you double the amount of water there was to rice. And bring it to the boil, put a lid on it, and then turn it off. 15 minutes later, perfect rice. You have no shame in sticking a bag of rice in the microwave. Oh, absolutely. I completely agree with you there. I always found rice one of those things I could never do properly. So that was me all the time. It's only now, like I say, that I've found a method that works for myself.
A basin of water.
You know, I've always been able to cook weird and wonderful food and make some incredible dishes, and rice would always be one of the things I struggled with. So it's nice to have a method now that works for me. But yeah, that's the method that I use now. Okay. There is a door here. I think that's what we need to check out next.
Are you alright?
Cut myself. The door's locked.
Not just locked, it's poisoned.
They're alive. Yen, watch out.
Door's poisoned.
Monsters. You can feel them coming closer. They're everywhere.
Okay, we killed one. Ah. Another bear's alive. The poison's in our system, and we think the animals that have been stuffed here are alive. We're actually not taking damage, if you notice, when we get hit.
Strange. Smells of mushrooms in here.
No. To my mind.
Hoping I'm not attacking Yennefer, obviously, but we're not actually taking damage. It's all in our head. Any more for any more? I'm hoping we haven't obviously hurt Yennefer in this dazed state.
What's happening?
So it's the ultimate question. You only allow 3 dishes on a desert island. Oh wow.
Had to calm you.
3 dishes on a desert island. So I'm one of those people who likes old traditional food. So I'd have a shepherd's pie or a cottage pie, one or the other. There is only a difference in the type of meat used. Yeah, so a shepherd's pie would be really good. A proper Sunday roast. You know, that's the kind of food I enjoy eating. Third one. Good chocolate brownie. 2 mains and dessert. If I had to have a starter instead of one of the mains, I'd probably go scallops, to be fair. Nice cooked scallops as a starter. But yeah. So there's 4 there, essentially, including dessert, but a nice chocolate brownie. We never mention this again.
Mind if we never mention this again?
Naturally. Doors open. We'll proceed as soon as you've collected trophies of your kills.
Yeah. She's always going to rib us about that, isn't she?
Let's go inside, Geralt.
I did actually damage them. Look at the state of the stuffed animals that were destroyed on our murderous rampage. Right, what are we going to find in here? Again, I can loot.
We don't want to raise suspicions.
But I'm trying not to loot things, because obviously we don't want to steal anything.
Our dear druid's laboratory. We must search it thoroughly. The Mask of Ouroboros must be here.
Right, we need to search this thoroughly. What's the note?
Wondrous world.
Letter bearing Ermien's seal to the druids. Warns them about you. That brazen manipulator.
The shameless schemer.
Skellige's tales about the wild hunt.
The islanders believe the wraiths sail on a longship built of the claws of dead men.
Okay, so they believe something about the wild hunt. We got a cone.
Didn't expect this. A large female.
We got a skull.
A child's skull. Looks like Ermion places something in the statue's hand.
Ah, we've got a skull and a pine cone. Try the pine
What
cone.
do you say we give it a pine cone? Nothing.
We may not have picked everything up yet. Let's try the skull.
So, statue, how about a skull?
For you, it would be steak, pie, full English breakfast, and jalapeno, onion, pineapple pizza.
Guess you're
That's completely sacrilege, you know that. Pineapple on pizza. Oh, so there's a new development. Anti-pineapple. I'm anti-pineapple too. Salmon and Irish soda, bread and Irish stew. Nice. Black and white pudding. Good fried breakfast. And yeah, I probably should have said fried breakfast in the Scots. I do like a good fry-up, to be fair.
Need something else. Gotta look around.
Nothing beats a good fry-up.
Look at this. A detailed map of the northern kingdoms. Even shows spheres of influence over the ages.
Out of date.
Very blunt and to the point there, wasn't she?
A sword and a stone. Things begging me to pull it out.
Yeah, we're not pulling that out.
It's not in the stone, don't you see? It's held there by a vice.
Oh, it's a trick. Interesting. Well, what have we got here?
Laboratory worthy of an imperial alchemist.
Nothing wrong with pineapple on pizza. Other than the fact it's on a pizza. I'm not a fan of pineapple in general, to be honest.
To Uncle Ermion.
That's the thing. I'm not a fan of pineapple. So for me, I wouldn't have it anyway.
Dwarven triple mead.
Okay, would that be the last thing to try in the hand? The Corpse of Novigrad.
For light reading too. The Corpse of Novigrad by Sasha Hadi.
Right, we've picked something else up to try here.
Let's try again.
Sacrilege. As I said for years, but it's only the Spirit Pizza you mentioned that you'll allow it. Fair enough. Everyone has different tastes, and over the years your taste buds change.
Statue or not, everybody needs a drink sometimes.
Ham and pineapple. Yeah, I'm not a fan of pineapple.
Seems like it worked. Who would have thunk?
Ermion enjoys jests achieved at the expense of others. I have a sneaking suspicion the mask will be in here.
Well, if we're going to find a mask anyway, we're going to be behind the secret door, isn't it? Kind of a given. I'm guessing that glowy thing is the mask.
This is it.
We did a burger once for some New Zealand people, New Zealand or Australian people, and they had to have beetroot in their burger. I suppose it's a thing out there.
We've got it. We must return to the feast quickly before...
Too late. Right. That's an earth elemental. I just want to see what works against elementals before we get too into the fight. Obviously, if we've got a way to help ourselves. So when we fought the fire elemental, it was a tough fight. I'm hoping earth elemental will be something similar. So Ard sign was something we used previously that worked really well. Igni may work against the earth elemental, but not guaranteed. No, it doesn't really work. Let's change to the Ard symbol. I'm obviously trying to get a few hits in. Whoa! Obviously Yennefer's keeping it back. We're still going to try and get hit in as well. Without getting hit if possible. Definitely attack and move is working for us best. Don't want to get too close to me, so it is definitely an attack and move. But yeah, the last elemental we faced was a fire elemental. It's down, and we will have a new bestiary entry because of it.
Hear that?
Smelled it. Gas. Grate's still closed. Gotta think of something quick.
There's gas coming in. We need to escape escape it. It's going to be fire, surely. Does that stop the gas?
The damn druid will poison us. This vapor's deadly. We've got but a few minutes.
Teleport us out of here.
Think of something. Quickly. First thing to come to your mind.
We're going to choke and die. No, I picked the bottom one.
Hold
I changed
on tight.
it. Wasn't quite what I had in mind. Just teleporting us out. Not a fan of ham on pizza. It does definitely depend on what ham you use. Obviously, it's proper ham. That's nice.
A hole in my dress.
Once you upgrade your elements and all those things, become a joke. Yeah, we've probably got elemental we could have used, to be fair.
I'll enchant a needle.
We should get back to the wake.
Really wonder if Croc will be willing to help.
He knew Ciri well. She and Hjalmar played together as children.
Trying to keep it not relationship based. You know, I don't want that love triangle if we can help it.
To the wake.
There are things that happen that we don't have any control over, but where possible, I'm trying not to do any relationship side of stuff. If it happens naturally, it happens naturally. But we got the mask, that's the important thing.
Asked about you.
We went out for a breath of fresh air.
The claimants to the throne will step forth in a moment.
Now heed my words. There is no greater act of valor than to fight a beast cursed by men and gods. No greater deed than that done
To be fair,
serve
just
the goddess.
the elementals, you know, dodging it in and out work perfectly, to be honest. Yeah, they do use avocado quite a bit as well. There was a chicken dish as well that they always love to eat. I can't remember what it's called. Chicken parmigiano. That's a big thing in Australia.
A king must be wise. A king must command respect. A king must have bollocks.
You never tried avocado, Zeno? I'm not a fan of it raw. I like guacamole, which is made from it. But yeah, I'm not a massive fan. I know people used to have avocado on toast for breakfast and things. That's weird. These are the people putting their names forward to be the next king. She's going to put her name forward, isn't she? 4 in the running by the looks of things. 5.
My son could not be here this day. Behold his axe. Behold his will.
She's doing it. I had a feeling she was. She's putting herself forward.
May the best man or woman win.
Everyone seems quite surprised at what she just did, but that was obvious.
What's got into her?
She's your daughter, is she not?
Now I know why she said she'll sail to Speakerog. Ah, children. The older they grow, the more trouble they are. Come with me. All the more essential we talk now.
Okay, hopefully now we learn what he wants from us.
How was it, Geralt, when Ciri was nearing womanhood? I remember well her nan, her mother, what they were like. They say the apple doesn't fall far from the tree.
Ciri was impossible to control. No telling her what to do. Had to have things her own way almost always. Why do you ask?
No specific reason. She and Sirens, they're of a similar age.
He's struggling with his daughter,
We'll
isn't he?
speak of my children later. First, let's speak of yours.
Although wanting to control is probably not a good
Yennefer
idea.
claims Ciri's in trouble, and you seek her.
That's right.
think we tried Rock Rodeo once a long time ago.
Ships, anything. Merely say the word.
Yeah, even the horrible pre-made tubs have got avocado in
I
them.
know the lass lives. I'm sure of it. When the blood of Rhiannon's daughters is shed, the sea grows white with fury. I'd mark such a storm.
Okay, we need your help with Ermion. We know where she might have been. We need your help with Ermion. We want to see this site of the anomaly, don't we?
Need your help. Ciri
How did
probably
we end
came
up
here to
from
Skellige.
music to women and then food? Just general conversation, really, to be fair.
The site upon which the druids focus so
Not about
intensely
avocado,
now.
but they put
The
it in
site
different things.
Ermion refuses to let us explore.
Yeah, there's a lot of things you don't realise
Specifically,
it's in, to be
won't
fair.
let me explore it. We fought.
It's
We're
not for you then,
friendly
no.
Don't concern yourself with him. Druids have little trust for mages. But Ermion's heart is in the right place. Am I right to assume he does not know you seek Ciri?
It's of no concern to him.
As I thought. At any rate, Skellige's my isle. You've my permission to investigate as you see fit.
Okay. That means we should be able to go to the site of the anomaly.
Wondering if I should talk to Ermion.
Leave that to me. Go. Seek and find your Cyrilla. If any ill befell her here on Skellige on my watch, I'd never forgive myself.
Thank you.
No need. I swore an oath once. I aim to keep it.
Yeah, so I disagree that it's that good of aphrodisiac, to be fair.
I must speak to him.
I do think some of these foods they class as aphrodisiacs it's more a placebo effect. People think they are, so they work in that regard. Like oysters and things.
You remember, Hjalmar? Well,
I just think it's more
swore an oath
placebo.
to kill the giant of Undvik. Set off and has yet to return. Whereas Ceres announced that she's to set off on an adventure of her own. Got it in her head that Udalric is not mad, but cursed.
Okay, a few things to ask.
Giants. They've been extinct for ages. Anyone actually seen the one on Undvik?
Aye, dozens of refugees have. The giant drove everyone off the isle. I've welcomed what remains of Clan Tordarach here on Skellige.
I heard a rumor that an unnatural frost gripped Undvik before the giant appeared.
It's true. At any rate, Hjalmar decided to kill the giant and give the isle back to its people. A deed worthy of a king, he believes. My son gathered a hearty crew at the new port. They were to sail to Undvik, then travel on foot to Oskar, the village. But that many lads should have killed the giant long ago. Thus, I thought to ask you.
You should start at the new port. Ask around. Hjalmar might have told someone.
So we need to try and find his son. He went off to kill the giant. That'll be one thing we've got to do.
Take it Ceres wants to lift the curse.
There's no curse to speak of. Ceres has decided she must match Hjalmar and sort out a deed worthy of a queen.
Think she might need my help? You did plan to ask me for it. Why?
The thing is, I don't trust Udalric further than I can spit.
Do when you're 80 use Viagra. Dennis, when you're 80, do exactly whatever you want. You can do whatever you want now.
Explain why she's mistaken. She just might come to her senses.
That you think it helps.
So, yes,
Like I say, it probably does, because if you believe it helps.
And bring her back.
It's all psychology, isn't it? It's like, whenever you plate up food, so say sausage and mash, simple dish. Psychologically, there are a certain amount of sausages you can put on a dish from people who think there's lots there, and if you put less, then people think you're being stingy. So the magic number is 3 sausages. 3 sausages on bangers of mash. Psychologically, your brain thinks there's plenty of food there. If you put 2, your brain psychologically thinks there's not enough food there. It's quite weird. Let's forget how great the dialogue and voice acting this is. Oh, the majority of it's brilliant. I really enjoy the conversations when you're passing people, because their conversations are brilliant.
Can't help wondering. Got no plans to vie for the crown yourself? Think a good number of the Jarls would support you.
A good number? Those opposed would be fierce, rabid. Madman Lugas would sooner see an
Costume Master was basically cozy. It's one of those foods, isn't it? It does
Man
just
should
give
know
you
when to
that
step aside.
lovely sense
Hand the
of
tiller to
coziness.
the youth among us.
We have it. We have it every few weeks, to be fair. My other half likes buying weird and wonderful sausages. So the other time we had, what did we have? We had wild boar sausages. She brought the other day. She brought chicken sausages. They were weird. I think we've got Aberdeen Angus sausages in the fridge to have at some point this week. Yeah, we've tried so many different weird and wonderful sausages.
If either Hjalmar or Sirens need help, I'll help them.
I thank you.
Well, now that we're done thanking one another, let's get to work. We must determine if Ciri is still on Isles of Skellige. I'll change into travel attire and find you. Head south. The anomaly we should investigate destroyed a stretch of forest along the shore of the bay. A successful feast on all counts, Krach.
Shepherd's pie,
I will
cottage
see you
pie.
later.
They are really warming foods, aren't they? You can't beat a good shepherd's pie or cottage pie, to be fair. Chicken sausages are quite nice. But, yeah, just weird when you look at them, smell them. Taste-wise, they're absolutely fine. But it was just weird. But yeah, taste-wise wasn't bad. It was more the fact that, it's chicken sausages. And chicken sausages don't quite go together in my head. That is mission complete. The king is dead. Long live the king. We have been to the wake. We've also offered to help Krach's children on their quest to be the next king or queen. I've never been a soup fan, to be fair. I've made soup, but I've just never been a fan of it. When I had tonsillitis the other month, my half bought me soup because it's the only thing I could eat. And I kind of fell back in love with it again after many years of not touching it. And personally, a good tomato soup, made properly, proper tomatoes. I don't think you can beat it, to be fair. So Echoes of the Past is the next main story mission. Secondary quests, we've picked up a few more. We've got to face Ermion at some point in Gwent. So we're going to go and ask the port area about Lord Undvik. And we've also got to find out where Ceres is. And I think that's it for the time being. So where are we heading with Yennefer? So there's a new mission popped up over here. And Yennefer, we're meeting all the way over here. That's a long way away. So at least we're going to have some exploring along the way so we can pick up this mission. This village over here. Probably that one there. And then head to meet her there. How long have we got left? We've got about 5 minutes, haven't we? Let's see if we can find Ermion and do this game of Gwent and see if we can win before we finish for the evening. We've got about five minutes or so. So it's worth trying to get something done. If obviously we can't find Ermion, we'll start making our way to where we need to be heading. But I thought, if we've got a bit of time, it's worth having a go. I've got no clue what Ermion looks like, though. That's the downside. Kind of hoping he'd look different to everyone else. Crack on crates. Arnvold. What's the band? I'm not going to see him, am I? Hoping I would. Bacon and eggs for a week makes you not want to eat eggs. Really? I love bacon and eggs. Egg sandwiches just on their own. Just egg sandwiches. I really enjoy, just having them on their own. Okay, is he here? They're both druids, but not the one we're after.
Greetings, Geralt.
This is Dona, so we'll speak to him quickly.
With Bran gone, by my count, that makes you the eldest.
Good lentil soup. I've not had a lentil soup in years. I've had kangaroo and crocodile pizza. Kangaroo sauce in Australian ostrich burgers. Yeah, I've eaten that kind of stuff. Kangaroo crocodile is just like a fishy pork.
I've lived my fill.
Maybe a hot take about bacon or something from the UK. Are you really, Zeno?
Sun and the bite of the northern winds, the touch of women of the east and west. Now, I wish to die a death worthy of song.
What's new on Hinder's
So
fuel?
loves soup, and I mean loves. Could eat soup every soup every week. Oh
garden's
wow.
been devastated.
Good egg sandwich, absolutely. Even
And
a
now
bacon
we
egg,
must pay
absolutely.
with an oath. In short,
Well,
everything's
for
crowned.
lunch today we had some leftover sausages from the other day, so I had sausage, bacon, egg sandwich. Can't beat it. That was my lunch break. Do we? Let's speak to Madman Lugos.
2 clans on one island.
I don't think we're going to find
near each
Ermion
other.
this evening, unless he's just outside of here.
Not one who stole half your home. The Ancrete seized our lands.
In the days of Harold the Cripple. That was 3 centuries ago.
What we would call our bacon, you can't stand it, but love. You love streaky bacon. Yeah, a lot of people aren't a fan of streaky bacon because of the fat, but actually the fat's the best part.
Why do they call you mad?
Definitely don't mind streaky bacon. My other half won't eat it. She only eats back bacon. But yeah, streaky bacon is nice. Sounds really nice. It was really nice, to be fair.
Farewell, Lugos.
Can we change what, Dennis? The conversation? The theme. Do you not want to talk about food? Okay, I don't think we're going to find Ermion, are we? Do you know what we can do? I didn't even think of this. Why not set his quest on him and hopefully we'll see where he is. Where is he? Oh, he's not nearby either. Ermion's at the site of where we're heading. So, that's pointless. I didn't realise that was the case. I thought he'd be here at the funeral and the wake. Obviously not. Okay, let's head out of here then. Oh. We have got an armour outside. Go and quickly speak to him and see what he's got on his...
Melt this blade and forge
See what
again.
he's got for us.
A sword for cutting, not looking pretty.
Greetings, White Wolf. I suspected you'd come by.
We can always get our gear sorted as well and refixed.
The best stocked armory in all Skellige
Getting
is right
hungry.
here at Kertrolde Castle. Everyone knows it.
I'll gladly see for myself.
Take your time. Give them all a careful look.
Oh, we can actually change our armour back to what we had. We can also play Gwent against him. Do you know what? I might actually play Gwent to finish off the stream.
Wouldn't mind a look at your stock.
But you might go make a bacon sandwich. It is late, to be fair. So we can actually get Undvig armour if we want to spend 1,000 crowns, which I don't want to spend. Actually, let's come out of this quickly because obviously we haven't got our armour on, so we can't compare it to what we've got to see if it's worth changing. So let's quickly put our armour on. That's that one there. Boots, trousers. I didn't have to change. Did I not change my gloves? I didn't. Okay, cool. Right, let's speak to him again.
So you're back. Was right, wasn't I?
He was. Let's have a look at your stock this time. We can actually compare it to what we're wearing. You're hungry, are you? So the actual Undvig armor is no good for us. It's less than what we're currently wearing. That's pointless. The Cade Winnie Cuirass is better than what we're wearing, to be fair. But it's 802 crowns. I'm definitely not paying that. Cavalry armor. There is some armor that's better for us here, but it's kind of... I'm one of those that don't like changing armor very often. Unless, of course, it's proper Witcher gear, then it's a different story. Assassin boots, which are better than our cavalry boots. 225 crowns. And they actually give us better resistances than what we currently got. That might be worth the money, to be fair. Even that is better than what... Although the bonuses do let it down. Mountain folk boots, light armor again. And resistances are pretty good. Undvik boots, not as good resistances, and the trackers boots. There's a lot of stuff here that's higher level than we are, as well, to be fair. The saddlebags aren't, they're basically the same as what we have now. What have we got here? What are these? Oh, we got maps as well to buy. and guides again. Damp mouldy notes. So there's 4 maps there as well. Follow the clues on the map to find some Witcher gear. 186 for that one. So we can get some Witcher gear if we follow the clues on the map. I want to buy the maps. I can't. I'm not. If there's a chance to find Witcher gear, I've got to take it, haven't I? It's got a few nice things, to be fair. We can't afford too much money-wise. If there's anything that's higher level, that would be better. I'm just wondering whether we should take the boots. I think we'll hold off for the minute. We're literally nearly out of time. We're gonna do a quick game of Gwent to finish off. We haven't played Gwent for ages, so we'll see if we can beat him.
Wouldn't mind a few rounds of cards.
Tomorrow I've got 2 Rumbler 9s, a number 9 Lars, number 6 for extra tip. Okay, we've got to use Northern Realms. We have got a new card to put in. Oh, we got a few, did we put the other cards in? I think we did. So we can put this new one in. Obviously, it's a special rare card that we gained previously. Vesemir's already in there. We have got 3 of those in. Let's take out that one and put in him. I think we did gain other cards, but I don't think we can use them yet. Yeah, we gained Isengrim. These are the cards from the mission we did for Zoltan, but they are specific decks. We've got Vampire Garcane there as well. We've got a few of those. Yeah, Northern Realms deck's the only one we've got though. Okay, I think that's everything. Oh, we've got Zoltan's card. We've got to put Zoltan's card in, don't we? Let's put it into Siegfried. There we go, Zoltan. Right, let's do it, otherwise we're going to run out of time. We're overriding a little bit already. This might be a weird question, but do they have square sausage in England? Yeah, we know we don't have square sausages, to be fair. I've heard of them before though, but yeah, we don't have square sausages. Let's get rid of the torrential rain. Oh, that's a bonus one. So the new cards, the special new cards you put in, we've not gained any of those. Let's swap that one out and hope something better. Not really. Okay, no guarantee we're going to win, but we'll finish off by doing a quick match. This one. Stop siege cards. So obviously not this round to use that one. We're going to try and use siege weapons and only and make him spend a lot of his cards trying to beat us, and then we'll probably back off. We have got decoys, so we can bring a card back if we want to as well. The more cards he uses now, the better. Okay, that's what we didn't want. So he's doubled his score there. So it's probably time for us to stop this round. It's not worth the risk in pushing it, I don't think. And if we bring back... it doesn't matter which one of those as well. He should play an extra card now. No, he's passed. So I could, if I wanted to, try and beat his score, but I think I kind of don't think there's much point. We'd have to score 18 and we wouldn't have any cards left for the next round. So we'll pass our go and let him take the win. GTA Trilogy stream. Oh. So you want to stream the GTA Trilogy, do you, Dennis? Okay, we're obviously not using siege cards in this one because we've got weather to use. Okay, that's fine. Gotta be careful what we use here, really, because for a win it's going to be pretty tricky. That's actually quite clever what he's just done there. Okay, we've got one more to play and then weather, and I think that's either a win or lose on that, I think. Okay, let's use a weather card. We're ahead. Ah, yeah, clear weather. Okay, that wasn't good. How many cards have you got left? That's the question. We've lost. We can't win. We cannot win the fight. He'll pass. There's nothing we can do here. Yeah, we have lost. There was always a chance we was going to lose, but I thought I'd give it a go. No worries, though. Thanks for joining us, Dan. It's much appreciated. Okay, I think that's a good place to stop, and also we're ready to. Okay, hang on. It's a good place to be able to get a weapon ready for next time as well. I just want to double check. Save that. Come on, let me save it. I did just save it, but I always question it and have to try and do it twice. But we're out of time, unfortunately. 2 hours flies by. But we're now in Skellige for the first time. And there's going to be lots of things to do here. New missions to pick up, new people to meet. And obviously we can head back to Novigrad and Velen whenever we feel like it. And there's going to be a lot more exploring to do, I feel. But I hope you guys are still enjoying our relaxed playthrough. We did achieve a trophy tonight. I can't remember what it was. We did achieve it. So I'll put it in the blurb. But again, we're not focusing on trophies. We're just trying to complete all the missions and the story. And hopefully we'll find Ciri safe very soon. And I want to head to Kaer Morhen, the home of the Witchers. So hopefully that'll come soon. We're next back with The Witcher on Saturday evening. But this is our last stream of The Witcher for a couple of days. We are back tomorrow morning as we continue Batman Arkham Knight and continue the journey with Batman. And Friday morning we begin on release Jedi Survivor, so don't forget that as well. If you haven't already, check out the community page. There's an ongoing vote regarding episodic games. There's also a channel showcase this evening where we showcase the channel and try and get people to just give their eyes and have a look. That is on there as well. Thank you, Crazy Irishman, much appreciated. And that is us for tonight. Thank you all very much for watching. As always, thank you for the likes, the comments, the views, and the conversation. Hopefully we'll see some of you tomorrow morning. But if not, have a good day, and we'll see you in a stream very soon. Thank you all for watching. Bye-bye.